Hello dear students, let's proceed our second unit solution with the new topic, that is vapor pressure of liquid solution. You know liquid solution, the solution in which liquid act as a solvent. So in this topic we will discuss mainly of two solution of the type liquid solution. First one is the liquid solution in which both component are liquid, solute as well as solvent, and second one solid liquid solution in which solute is solid and solvent is liquid. So let's discuss with the first solution, liquid solution in which both component are liquid, solute as well as solvent. Because there are two components so called as binary solution of two volatile liquid. Volatile means the substance which have capability of evaporation, which can easily be evaporated, is known as volatile liquid. So there will be a equilibrium mixture between the two component having vapor phase as well as liquid phase. Let's consider solute plus solvent give rise to solution in which both component is volatile, that is liquid. So let's consider the vapor pressure of first component is P1 and vapor pressure of second component is P2, and in the mixture they have what? They have partial vapor pressure. So P1 is the partial vapor pressure of first component and P2 is the partial vapor pressure of second component, and in solution they give up sum of the two partial vapor pressure is known as total vapor pressure, denoted as P total, and there will be a vapor liquid equilibrium, dynamic equilibrium. By this expression, this denotes that there is a dynamic equilibrium between liquid and vapors, known as vapor liquid phase equilibrium. And what mean by vapor? Vapor is the very basic term, that is a gaseous form of a liquid substance, and the pressure exerted by the vapor in a liquid solution equilibrium at a particular temperature is known as vapor pressure. So vapor pressure is very important terms in this topic, and it is temperature dependent. Next is the mole fraction of both component is denoted as x1. x1 is the mole fraction of first component and x2 is the mole fraction of second component. So there are two important parameters, that is the first one is the vapor pressure and second one is their respective mole fraction. At that time a French chemist known as Francois Martin Raoult in 1886, in short it is known as FM Raoult, gave a quantitative relationship between vapor pressure and mole fraction. These two component, vapor pressure and mole fraction. तो फ्रैंकोस मार्टे राउल्ट, जिसको FM राउल्ट बोलते हैं, उन्होंने एक रिलेशनशिप दिया वेपर प्रेशर और मोल फ्रैक्शन के बीच में, एंड फॉर ए सॉल्यूशन ऑफ वोलेटाइल लिक्विड, एंड दैट्स लॉ इज नोन एज राउट्स लॉ. Raoult's law. According to this law, the partial vapor pressure of each component of solution is directly proportional to its mole fraction. Mean बेटा दो पैरामीटर्स हैं, वेपर प्रेशर और मोल फ्रैक्शन. वेपर प्रेशर और दोनों मोल फ्रैक्शन दोनों एक दूसरे के क्या हैं? डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड, डायरेक्टली रिलेशन में है. So according to this law, the partial vapor pressure of each component of solution is directly proportional to its mole fraction. Let's define it by expression. Component first के केस में P1 directly proportional to x1, component second P2 directly proportional to x2. P1 is the partial vapor pressure of component first is directly proportional to x1, On solving, P1 is equal to P1 naught x1. Similarly, P2 is equal to P2 naught x2, where P1 naught and P2 naught is what? Vapor pressure in their pure case, in their pure component, and known as a constant, known as P1 naught and P2 naught are pure component vapor pressure at same temperature. At that time, according to Dalton law of partial pressure, total pressure over the solution phase is denoted as Pt in the container will be the sum of the partial pressure of the component of the solution. Obviously, जो टोटल वेपर प्रेशर होगा वो क्या होगा? दोनों कंपोनेंट के पार्शियल वेपर प्रेशर के इक्वल होगा, पार्शियल प्रेशर के सम के इक्वल होगा. सो पी टी इज इक्वल टू x1 p1 naught plus x2 p2 naught. By putting the value of x1 1 minus x2 as from, because we know very well the component of a solution sum is always unity. So x1 plus x2 will be equal to that of 1 and the value of x1 is 1 minus x2. So total pressure will be what? P1 naught plus P2 naught minus P1 naught x2, where Pt is the total vapor pressure, P1 naught is the pressure in their pure component state at same temperature, P2 naught pure component vapor pressure of second one, x2 is the mole fraction of second component. And the conclusion by this equation are derived at first one, total vapor pressure of solution and the mole fractions of any one of the component have relation between them. This equation denotes that a total vapor pressure of solution have relationship between mole fraction of any one of the component like x2. Second conclusion is that vapor pressure of solution varies linearly with mole fraction of second component. Total vapor pressure of solution varies linearly with the mole fraction of second component. As you know, mathematically this equation is equivalent to y is equal to mx plus c, which give a straight line graph passing through the origin. Mean one parameter have direct relation to that of second one. And third main conclusion is that depending on the vapor pressure of pure component, first and second, total vapor pressure of the solution may be increase or decrease with increase of mole fraction of any one of component. Mean there are two component, obviously एक component अगर ज़्यादा होगा, एक component अगर more होगा तो उसका वेपर प्रेशर भी ज़्यादा होगा. एज इट इज सेकेंड कंपोनेंट की क्वांटिटी स्मॉल होगी तो उसके वेपर प्रेशर भी स्मॉल होगा. वेपर प्रेशर और मोल फ्रैक्शन आर डायरेक्टली रिलेटेड टू ईच अदर. मोर द मोल फ्रैक्शन, मोर विल बी वेपर प्रेशर. And observation says that a plot of P1 or P2 versus mole fraction x1 and x2 will be a linear plot passing through the origin. As indicated in the graph, there is a graph between vapor pressure and mole fraction. The line first and second passes through the points for which x1 and x2 are equal to unity. Similarly, plot line third of Pt versus x2 will be linear graph, and the minimum value of P2 will be equal to P1 naught and maximum value of P2 is equal to P2 naught. From this expression of graph, x1 have maximum value 1 and x2 is 0, give rise to very pure component vapor pressure P1 naught and first component is 0 and second component is 1, maximum, having their maximum pure component vapor pressure P2 naught. As we know, P1 naught is less than that P2 naught. So there is a graph between vapor pressure and mole fraction give rise to a ideal solution that we will discuss in next